show on the road because it's really hot. Not as hot as last year, I think. I think last year was hotter, right? Yeah, okay. I just want to say thank you to the Board of Ed, and thank you to Dr. Spence, our superintendent, for their supports of the arts here. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. James White, our principal, who has been doing a fantastic job here at Columbus, and he's been very supportive of our music department. I'd like to say thank you to all of you, because without your support, none of this would be happening. I'd like to say thank you to all the students, because without your hard work, none of this would be happening. So thank you to everybody. So let's just do one giant round of applause. Yay! Okay, so we got to get this out of the way. Fire exits, in case we should need them, they're in the back, out the back, side doors down the hall. Should the need arise, please stand in an orderly fashion and exit slowly. Not too slowly. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with the band portion, and then we're going to be followed by the orchestra portion, followed by the choir section. So without any further ado, I give to you Mr. DeMoro. Woohoo!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Columbus's spring concert. My name is Mr. DeMaro, and as Miss Lara said, I'd like to thank all the people she mentioned and all of you for coming this evening. Without your support, none of this is possible. I'd also like to thank all these students behind me who have been working non-stop for the last few months to get ready for today. They've all done an incredible job preparing for this concert, and we're happy to play it for you. The next song we have up is kind of a tradition around the band parts, Eye of the Tiger. We like to do this every spring, so that's our next one. And then our last is Warp Speed. Thank you. All right, before we go on to our last song, I just would like to acknowledge my graduating sixth graders who I've had since they were in fourth grade. I'm going to call all their names. If you could hold your applause until I'm done calling them and give everyone a big round of applause at the end, that would be great. Thank you. First, I'd like to recognize James Fong. Please stand. Wait, no. Noor Wahib. Madeline Northrup, Jaden Noausko, and Franceli Vargas, and Lily Paw. Stay standing. Those are our 6th grade graduating band members. Just give them one big round of applause for me. Thank you. Our last song for you this evening is Warp Speed before we turn it over to the orchestra. One more time, I'd just like to say thank you for coming and have a great rest of your evening today. Thank you so much. Before I turn it over, I'd also like to thank the orchestra teacher, Mr. Clifford, in the back there for filling in for us on bass drum today. That concludes the band portion of this evening's concert, and I'd like to turn it over to Mr. Clifford. Thank you.
those who don't know me, my name is Mr. Clifford, and I'm the orchestra director here at Columbus Elementary. And I've worked with these students over the last few months to put together this concert program for you. This was our first piece that was called Violin Cabbage Down. It's an old American fiddle tune that we enjoy playing in our orchestra. For our second song, we are going to be playing a canon by Thomas Tallis. It's an old song from the 1500s. I do ask that everybody notice that the band, yes, is a much louder group of instruments than the orchestra. So I really want to test you and see how low your zeros can get. So really try to be as quiet as you can to catch the orchestra. Thank you. This is the Tallis Canon. Before we perform our final piece as a full group tonight, I have a few people I'd like to thank. I would like to thank, first of all, the teachers here who allow me to pull their students for 30 minutes for each of our lessons each and every week. I thank you for your flexibility and support. I'd like to thank Mr. White for his continued support of the Columbus Music Department. I would like to thank the Board of Education for its support across the district. I would like to thank the students as well for putting in their hard work and learning all this music to prepare for this concert for you all. So thank you to you students. We also have some students for whom this is their final performance as part of the Columbus Orchestra. As they are in 6th grade and will be moving on to a new school. If you are a 6th grader in the Columbus Orchestra, please stand now and be recognized. Our final piece as a full group will be the theme from Can Can by Jacques Offenbach. Following this will be short solos performed by two of our 6th grade violinists. Thank you. We have some student soloists who wish to perform for you as well. Only one performer will be playing for these, which means it's going to be extra quiet. This is Lily, and she'll be performing a Bourrée by composer Handel. Thank you, and hope you enjoy. performance as part of our solo features will be Cindy playing Minuet number 1 by Johann Sebastian Bach. Following this performance, there will be a short transition as our chorus gets ready to perform their program. Thank you for being such a wonderful and supportive audience.
Hello and good evening. Welcome to the choral portion of the concert this evening. I challenge you to see if you can figure out what my theme is for this year based off of the songs that I have selected for this evening's performance. The first song you might recognize, we sang it with our musical that we had. I kind of had a work smarter, not harder type philosophy. So without any further ado, Colors of the Sea.
Our next selection this evening is titled Over the Rainbow, but this is not the version you think it is. It is done by, or arranged by Israel. I'm not even going to try to say his last name. It's in the program. All right, I hope you enjoy Over the Rainbow. This song and Rainbow Connection were our two most difficult pieces. It has two-part harmony throughout the entire piece, so it was very challenging for these students to learn. Show of hands, how many of you have actually seen the Northern Lights? You did? I've seen them. Do you guys know what the Northern Lights are? The Northern Lights, yeah, they're way up in the sky, and they only come down when there's like something with electricity or something in the atmosphere. Doesn't happen all the time. In New York, it's kind of rare to see them, but more frequently we have been seeing them. So this song is titled Northern Lights. Have you caught on to the theme yet? Thank you, everybody, for your attendance this evening at our concert. Let's give it another great big round of applause for our students. Nice. I just like to take a second to recognize my sixth graders who are leaving me. Raise your hands. Yeah. Let's give them a giant round of applause. Nice job. Let's see. You guys have been with me the entire time, right? Yeah, 3 years they've been with me. I think this is like my first group to fully cycle through with me, so it's kind of a bittersweet moment. Whew, okay. All right. The Rainbow Connection. I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm going to make you cry. I'm sorry. It's just... I'm going to make you cry and I'm sorry. Does everybody know who Kermit the Frog is? Yeah, this is my favorite song from Kermit the Frog from the Muppet movie titled The Rainbow Connection. So again, I apologize in advance because you're going to need some tissues. Here we go.